Today we're going to take a look at how to install plugins for Easy Diffusion. This image you see here was done with the outpainting feature in Easy Diffusion. This is the original image that I started with, and then you will see the progression as I develop some of the outpainting. This is an animation sequence that I did with an existing video, also one of the plugins that comes with Easy Diffusion. At the top, I've got this plugins tab now after installing it, but in order for you to use some of the plugins, you have to be in the beta environment. It's not necessary for all the plugins, but some of them you'll have to work in beta. So all you have to do is go into settings, scroll down to the bottom and toggle on beta channel. You might have to turn test diffusers on as well, and then go ahead and click save. Then you want to head up to the top again and click on help in community. And if you scroll down towards the bottom, you're going to see downloadable content. Click on UI plugins. And then you're going to be brought into this GitHub page. Scroll down a bit to see installing plugins. Now, wherever you installed Easy Diffusion, it should look something like this. Just make sure in your Easy Diffusions folder, you're installing it under the UI folder under plugins. And make note the file name has to be plugin.js. And don't worry, I'm going to walk you through this. Now, as you scroll down here, there's some brief descriptions on what these plugins are. You can install them separately. However, I encourage you to find Patrice's plugin manager, which is this one here. Simply click on the link. And now you're going to see all this code. Don't worry about it. You don't have to do anything scary. All you have to do is right click, save page as, and this is where you have to find your plugins folder. If you look at my address here, it's under my C drive, Stable Diffusion UI, Plugins UI. And at least for me on PC, it's already saving it at the proper file extension .plugin.js. Simply just have to click save. I've already done that, so I'm not going to do it. And then restart Easy Diffusion. Once you restart Easy Diffusion, you should have this plugins tab as well. And I'm not sure if all the plugins we just looked at are part of this plugin manager, but the ones that are, all you have to do if you want them is toggle these on. That's it. I'd advise you though to read the description to make sure it's something that you want. I'm going to go through the ones that I'm currently using in another video. I'm just going to show you this Animate one and Outpainting. So you'll see Animate by Fairy Tale Artist version 1.6. Simply have to toggle that on. And then if we scroll a little bit down towards the bottom here, you're going to see a plugin for Outpaint It by Avid Game Fan. Simply toggle that on. Now, this is a very simple version of outpainting. It's not like a canvas like you find on Playground AI that's very robust. So if you need outpainting with a lot of features, I highly recommend Playground AI's canvas. But the way this one works is actually pretty simple, very similar to the one you can find on Automatic 1111. If you hover over the image, you're going to see Outpaint It. If I click on this icon here, it's going to outpaint both left and right, top and bottom. Now, I typically don't recommend doing it this way because sometimes you might get results that you don't like. So it's better to just go in one direction at a time. So go left first, then go right, or whatever the case may be. So here's a generated image, and off the bat, it's not the cleanest. This is why I recommended not to do it this way. You could see the seams here where the original used to be. Let's look at the original. You see the rainbow here, this little wooden overhead cover. And then we've got some sort of mountains over here. But in the Outpaint, it's changed it quite a bit. Remember, the mountain here is different. We lost that overhead cover thing. So instead, again, I would recommend that you would just do it either left or right. We'll go left this time. And then just outpaint a step at a time. So it looks like it's expanded the overhead thing here, even added a tree, but basically that's how it works. Although it's limited in terms of control, I still find a lot of good use for it to expand an image, especially if you have like a cropped head, or if you have a landscape scene like this, where you just want to make it more 16:9. Now let's talk about the animate feature. If you look on the left here, let me zoom in here. You're now going to see an option under image to image, select a video or GIF. Now, this isn't like Deform where you have all these controls and you can sort of control the animation. This is more video to video. So you have to have a clip already to use. So in my case, I'm going to click on select a video here, and then I'm going to select my video file. And basically what's going to happen is Easy Diffusion is going to use your prompt here. Well, I'd have to change my prompt, and it's going to convert it to AI images. So if we look at this area here, you see it's going to create 123 images. So you're actually not doing the animation in Easy Diffusion. You'll have to do it outside somewhere else by creating an image sequence. Since this clip is only 5 seconds, the one I showed you was actually 10 seconds. Your start time would be 0. Your end time would be 5 seconds in my case. Well, however long your clip is, it should load in these numbers by default. Then you have an option here to select a video clip, animated GIF, or render only. For this, I'm going to select video clip. For frames per second, you can go 24 or 30, even 12 for an animation style. But in general, if you don't know anything about frames per second, set it to 24. That's typically what they use for cinema movies. 30 is more like YouTube videos, broadcast TV, that type of thing. But make note of how many images there are, because once you develop your image sequence in whatever program, you're going to have to know the amount of images there are. Now, I will tell you, to get this result, I had to do some editing. During the process of generating the images, every now and then it would kind of sway away from the original movement, so I had to cut those out. Let me show you the original. So if we look at the original here, you see it's a bit jerky. I had to take out those frames because they were too far from the way the original looked. And then I also had to bring it into DaVinci Resolve to smooth it out a bit. And then I adjusted the strength of the prompt so that it looks different from the original. And it worked okay, but I'm still trying to dial it in. There's too much variation. And I think if I used a trained model on one specific subject, like having the same clothes, like in the previous example, I'm still experimenting with it, but it kind of can be done within Easy Diffusion and in combination with some other programs. If you want to know that step-by-step process, let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button so I know, and then I'll do a follow-up video for you. So that's plugins in Easy Diffusion, and I think it's pretty easy to do, wouldn't you say? As I said before, I'm going to dive deeper in some of the plugins I'm using. Honestly, I'm still experimenting with them, seeing which ones I like. But yeah, I like the way this is developing. I've been keeping a close eye on Easy Diffusion. And if you happen to be new to Easy Diffusion, make sure to check out any one of these videos. But until the next one, I'll see you when I see you.